The Path She Found. Chapter 1. The Departure. Marianne stood at her doorstep, the morning fog curling around her feet. Her suitcase was packed, yet it felt lighter than the years of heartache it carried. She paused, looking back at the house where she had given everything. A crow cawed from a nearby tree, as if urging her forward. She whispered to herself, "It's time to find me," with determination in her voice, and stepped onto the winding road, the mist swallowing her silhouette. Chapter 2. The Whispering Forest. The forest was alive with whispers. Every snap of a twig sounded like footsteps following her. Shadows slithered across the path, forming faces she almost recognized: friends, lovers, family. A sudden gust shook the trees, and rain began to fall, cold and sharp. Marianne pressed on, her heartbeat matching the rhythm of the storm. At night, she huddled beneath a giant oak, realizing she could endure the fear, and that fear could teach her strength. Chapter 3. The Cabin of Echoes. A bolt of lightning revealed a cabin tucked between moss-covered stones. Inside, the air smelled of damp wood and old soot. Shadows danced along the walls as the firelight flickered. She felt eyes on her, though she was alone. Sitting on the creaking floor, she whispered to the emptiness, "I'm still here. I'm still me." And the cabin seemed to breathe with her, no longer menacing, but welcoming her courage. Chapter 4. The Faces of Strangers. On a narrow cliff path, Marianne met a young man tending a tiny herb garden. He offered her tea, speaking of journeys long and winding. Later, a wandering musician played a tune that made her chest ache with nostalgia and hope. Each stranger held a mirror to her own story, reminding her that connection existed, even after betrayal. Chapter 5. Night Terrors and Dawn. In the deepest woods, Marianne awoke to silence, but something moved. Shadows morphed into faceless figures, circling, whispering, beckoning. She froze, paralyzed with fear. Then she remembered. She had faced heartbreak, betrayal, abandonment. This was nothing new. She lit a small lantern, the light cutting through the darkness, and spoke aloud, "I am not afraid of you." The shadows recoiled, and the first rays of dawn painted the forest gold. Chapter 6. The Mountain of Freedom. Finally, Marianne scaled a mountain peak. Clouds swirled beneath her feet, and the horizon stretched endlessly. Tears fell freely, rain, sweat, and release mingling together. Marianne felt triumphant. She spread her arms, feeling the wind carry away decades of pain. "I am mine," she whispered, letting the words echo across the valleys. Chapter 7. A New Horizon. She descended the mountain, her steps light, each one a declaration of independence. The world was no longer a cage of past betrayals. It was a canvas. A deer paused to watch her, curious but unafraid, and she realized she too could move forward with grace. Marianne smiled, radiant, walking toward the horizon she had earned with courage, tears, and heart. Chapter 8. The Journey Continues. Marianne crossed into a meadow filled with wildflowers, colors exploding around her. Among the blossoms, she could almost hear their gentle melodies, as if the earth was singing to her. Lying on the soft grass, Marianne felt time slow, each breath syncing with the rhythm of nature. Chapter 9. Songs by Firelight. As dusk settled, Marianne found herself invited to a circle of travelers around a crackling fire. Stories and laughter filled the night, and a familiar warmth settled in her heart. As the flames danced, she sang alongside them, a song of hope and renewal. Chapter 10. The Turning Point. Beneath a solitary tree, Marianne paused, reflecting on the path behind and the unknown journey ahead. With deep breaths, she let go of the past's weight, embracing the lightness of the present moment. She knew she had further to go, yet also realized how far she'd come. Chapter 11. Reflections by the Lake. As twilight descended, Marianne found a calm lake, its surface like a mirror to the sky. She glimpsed her own reflection, noticing the strength etched into her features. "I've become someone I once dreamed I could be," she murmured with pride. The stars began to twinkle above, and she promised herself to always follow her own light, her voice filled with resolve. Chapter 12. A New Village, a New Day. Marianne entered a lively village where the streets were alive with the sounds of morning. She exchanged smiles with the villagers, welcoming them warmly, and found validation in simple gestures. For the first time in years, she felt fulfilled and like she truly belonged in the world she was rediscovering. Chapter 13. Dawn at the Shore. As dawn broke, Marianne walked along a tranquil seashore, each wave a gentle reminder of new beginnings. The sea whispered promises of adventures yet to come, and she felt the pull of the horizon's endless possibilities. Marianne let out a contented sigh, her heart light with the anticipation of where her journey might lead her next.